Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Natalie. Today's video is going to be a one brand tutorial using all Laura Mercier. Today's video is sponsored by Laura Mercier, but of course all opinions are my own as always. I wanted to review the new translucent loose setting powder in honey because I personally have been a huge fan of the original translucent powder, and once I heard they came out with a shade perfect for my medium skin tone, I of course wanted to try it out. So since I was going to review this, I figured why not just use all Laura Mercier products on my face, and that's exactly what I did. I went ahead and tried everything and then reviewed the translucent powder for you guys and letting you know my opinion. You probably have seen me use the original translucent powder here on my channel a couple times and also mentioned it in my monthly favorites because it's just such an amazing powder. It lasts all day on your skin. It sets for 16 hours. There's also no flashbacks, and it is the #1 setting powder. So of course, once they came out with a different shade, I have to try it out. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to start off first with a primer. This one is the Pure Canvas Primer. It's silicone free and its purpose is to hydrate. Following with a lip balm just to hydrate the lips, you know? Alright, so for foundation, I have the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. I have it in the matte formula and the luminous formula. I personally love the matte formula, but this one is new for me and I'm going to try it out. And my shade, in case you were wondering, is 4W1, which is Maple. So this is what it looks like. Love the packaging, love the fact that it has a pump. It's my favorite thing when it comes to foundation. I personally like applying some to my fingers and then just a couple dots around my face. Then just blending it off with a buffing brush. Don't forget your neck, of course. Next step that I like to do is my brows. I am using Rich Brunette in their eyebrow pencil. It has a spoolie, so I'm just gonna brush that off. And then the pencil side right here. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I personally prefer pomades for my brows, not necessarily pencils, but this one is so gentle on your brows, so love that. And it's also really pigmented. I also don't go too perfect with my brows because I like to clean them off with a concealer, so I'm using the Ultra Longwear Concealer, the Flawless Fusion one, in 4N, just to clean up my brows a little bit. To brighten under my eyes, I'm going to be using the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer as well in 3W. This concealer is honestly so creamy and lightweight, and oh my god, I just love it. I've been using it for a couple days now and I'm obsessed. It doesn't crease, which is another great thing, but I mean, it's also the help of the translucent powder. I just like applying it under my eyes and a little bit in my nose. And then I'm just going to take this little sponge and blend it away. Alright, so on to the star of the show, the translucent loose powder in honey. This is what it looks like. It seems to be the same formula as the original, which I've been a huge fan of for a really long time now. The only difference is it's just a hint more on the orangey side, or honey side, better said. Now, to apply it, I recently learned how to properly apply it, which is funny because I've been using this for a really long time, but it is with the velour puff. First things first is to dab some right here and then just taking it, massaging it a little bit to, you know, pack it on the velour puff, and then just massage it against the little puff, and then you can just remove the excess right here. And then now to apply it, all you have to do is just roll and massage on the skin. I personally like to focus on the T-zone area because that's where I get the most oily. All right, so quickly seeing side by side on which side has the powder and which one doesn't. It's so crazy to me because it just looks so nicely even, and it also helps a lot with my under eye so it doesn't crease. And another great thing is that it doesn't change the shade of the foundation, so I love that. I honestly just love the texture and how soft and mild it is on my skin. At the end of the video, I'm going to be taking a photo to see if it's actually good against flash. All right, so I'm going to finish the rest of my face following with a bronzer. This one is in Soleil number 2. It's like the perfect shade for my skin tone, which I love. With the same bronzer, I'm just going to quickly swatch it on my crease. Now following with an eyeshadow crayon, this is the Caviar Steak Eye color in Sugar Frost. I just like to apply it in the center of my eyes and then blend with my fingers. For highlight, I'm using Indiscretion, which looks like this. It's a beautiful goldy highlight. I love this so much because it's like a subtle glow, you know? Glow from within. I'm actually not super big on blush, but this one is such a beautiful shade. It's in the color Rose. Moving on to mascara, this one has quickly turned into one of my favorites. It's the Caviar Volume. It is so voluminous. I just love it. I love it. I personally love just packing on mascara, and all you need is this one. Last but not least are the lips, and I'm going to be using this lip liner in Hazelnut Tea and this lip gloss in Bare Beige. All right, so here is the finished look of me doing an entire face using Laura Mercier and trying out the new translucent loose powder in the shade Honey. I personally love this one even more than the original just because it goes perfect with my skin color, so I don't have to worry about applying too much or too little. Using the Honey shade, it just gives me the comfort of it looking natural on my skin and not cakey or powdery or making me look like a ghost. So I love the fact that it just blends really nicely on my skin tone. Another great thing that I love is that it doesn't crease on my fine lines. It actually helps them smooth them out and look very natural on my skin. And even though it helps with my T-zone area and my oily skin, it still lets my skin breathe and look like it's skin but better, which I love. That like radiant glow without making it look cakey or powdery. All right, so now I'm going to do the flash test to see if it has a white cast when taking photos with flash. All right, so here's a photo on how it looks with the flash, and as you can tell, it has no flashbacks, and I am currently 100% obsessed. It looks so good, and I just absolutely love how natural it looks with my skin and how I don't have to worry when it comes to taking photos. So, does the Honey live up to the #1 setting powder reputation? In my personal opinion, I feel like it definitely does. It just works amazing on my tone, and I love how perfect and natural, and how it blends, and just like it just doesn't make me look like a ghost, which is always my biggest issue and concern. So absolutely love it. Definitely recommend for you guys to try it out. If you have, let me know in the comments below your thoughts and opinion, because I would love to hear. I'll be linking all the products in the description box, so make sure to check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, and until next time. Bye!